Once your students have completed an assignment in Magma Maths, we can then use the data given to us to automatically assign some activities to help them improve areas they're finding trickier. So jumping onto the heat map from an assignment that's been complete will give us 3 different tabs at the top, and the middle one, Skills, is where we're going to be looking in this video. Now, tapping on here is not going to show you one column for every question, rather it's going to be one column for every skill covered in that assignment. For instance, adding 3-digit numbers up to 1,000 or dividing within 100. From here we get the same colour code as the heat map, the green, red and yellow, but now we're looking at the skills that students are finding trickier, not individual questions. If I find a skill that I want to drill down to, so for example adding fractions of unlike denominators here, I can then see all the different students and how often they've got the questions correct and incorrect. If there are students who are getting the answer correct less than half of the time, Magma's going to suggest that we send them a bespoke practice activity based on this skill. You'll find they're already highlighted on the list here, like William. Of course, we can still select more students as well, and then press recommend to send that activity to their accounts on their iPad. We can do this on individual skills, and of course we can choose different students each time. But actually, in the very top right-hand corner of the skills page is a recommend all button. Tapping on here is then going to send practice activities to all the students who've been getting less than 50% correct on any given skill. On this assignment, we need to be careful because some students are going to get 8 different activities sent to them, so you might want to be a little bit more selective here. Or, if we want to send it to all the students and then manually go and change it afterwards, we can do that as well. In fact, I'm going to do that. I'll press recommend and send those activities out to my whole class. Now let's switch over to a student's iPad. And here on the home page, you can see at the bottom, there's a little notification badge on practice. Tapping on here will then show me the latest activity my teacher sent. So in this case, it's interpreting fraction multiplication. Or I can press more recommendations and see all the activities sent by my teacher. And now that student is empowered to choose whichever one they want to practice on, knowing that it's come directly from me, their teacher. It's not some random assignment that's come from nowhere. This is bespoke practice for them, based on a skill they need to improve a little bit. And of course, tapping onto any of these activities will take the student straight into the solving mode of Magma, where they can work through those questions in their own time. And just like that, this student is one of 30 in my class who've got bespoke practice questions off the back of that assignment they completed earlier. And for the teacher, for me, it's taken barely a few seconds to do that. And I know the activities that are being sent are relevant to each student. And that's the Skills tab in Magma Maths.